Can I start, sir?
Yes, yes. Proceed.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So, pharmacists do it orally, and pharmacists do it with a grinding motion. They have a long duration of action, and pharmacists are RX rated. Pharmacists find new routes of administration, and pharmacists do a dose at a love for pharmacists always exists. So, good afternoon to one and all present here, and this is Diana of 4th PharmD, and I'm delighted to be your host for today. To our highly respectful and delightful principal, Dr. S. Mohan sir, to our ever dynamic and passionate teachers of KCP, and to the non-teaching staffs, and of course to all my budding pharmacists of KCP. On behalf of Student Council of Karpagam College of Pharmacy, I would like to welcome you all for the World Pharmacist Day 2020. I wish all you happy Pharmacist Day. So now let's go on to the next session. I would like to call upon Mohammed Arif of 4th B Farm to deliver a speech on Pharmacist Day.
Diana, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, Arif.
A doctor is the one who gives lives to the patients through his medicine, but the pharmacists are the real heroes who give life to the medicines through his knowledge and skills. Good afternoon to one and all present here. I am J. Muhammad Arif. First of all, I thank our beloved and respected principal Dr. S. Mohan sir and our staffs for giving a permission to conduct this program at this pandemic situation. And also, I congratulate council member and the team for conduct this program in a very successful manner. 25th September of every year was celebrated as World Pharmacist Day. This year's theme is Transforming Global Health. We aim to show how pharmacists contribute to a world everyone benefits from success to safe, effective, quality, and affordable medicines and health technologies. The purpose of World Pharmacist Day, which was brought to life to encourage activities that promote and advocate for the role of pharmacists in improving health in every corner of the world. Pharmacists are the reason why people get the best from their medicines. They are using their experience, knowledge, and expertise to make the world a very better place for everybody. Now coming to the theme, Transform Global Health. Transform Global Health is an initiative to improve the state of healthcare globally. The main objective of this theme is reduce global health risk, improve quality of care, reduce healthcare cost, develop healthcare infrastructure, increase physicians and staff, eradicate corruption in health, develop health information backbone, empower patient-centric care. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to deliver a speech in this occasion. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, Arif, for sharing your thoughts and speeches on the Pharmacist Day. Thank you so much. So, we are not a doctor, but we serve humankind to make sure that they are relieved from pain, and so we are called as a pharmacist. Now, I would like to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. S. Mohan sir, to deliver his thoughts on Pharmacist Day speech.
Yeah, thank you. Very good morning, all of you. This occasion, I wishing you all a happy Pharmacist Day. Proud to be a pharmacist. Highlighted pharmacist. We want to contribute for a better health provider. So you situation pharmacist is not exploited properly. So always people are appreciating the other healthcare sector people except pharmacists. But pharmacists also playing major role in this pandemic situations. And also, this celebration of this Pharmacist Day is mainly for bringing awareness among public. What is the role of pharmacist in healthcare sectors? But as per my personal view, whether we all pharmacists are playing our role ethically, that we have to realize on this day, this Pharmacist Day, we have to realize. We have pharmacists, we have different roles, like I am an educational person, so industrial person. Apart from that, all their exact professional, but our basic role is pharmacist. So when you see in the community, what is the benefit the community people are getting from registered pharmacist? That always we all have to keep in our mind, and we have to improve ourselves. How we can contribute towards the betterment of common people, those who are taking the medications. So we no need to go for a whole community surrounding our surrounding. What way we can contribute to our society? That is a important thing we all need to keep in our mind, and we need to work ethically to serve our society, our people for the betterment of the medications. So many of our pharmacists are thinking what way we can contribute to the society or service. If you go and sit in the community pharmacy or any nearby your clinical hospital pharmacy, just you can see plenty of the errors, plenty of the medication errors, prescription errors, even dispensing errors. So we can contribute to avoid these kind of errors so that the patient will be benefiting. I'm not talking about very rich people or corporate hospitals. Very ordinary hospitals in where poor people are taking medications without doctor consultation. The person who is rely on only pharmacy. I have my personal experience, practical experience. Many of the persons in our country, in our region, in our surrounding, people are rely on only on pharmacy. Many people are not afford to go for physicians because of the high consultation fee. So they rely on only pharmacists. And we know many of the pharmacists, we don't have the registered pharmacists. All non-pharmacy people are dispensing the medications. So we people, if you go and see the community pharmacy, how many errors are there. So these common people will be benefited when we are serving our professional ethically. That is we have more contributions, but that area is still vacuum. People are thinking many pharmacists are there. There is no demand like that. But still, in the society, the pharmacist role is not exploited properly, and we pharmacist people also not realizing properly our actual role. Actual roles. Even we are not bothered about even our surrounding people prescriptions. The thing is, we don't know properly. We don't know properly the patterns. Even for an example, I want to highlight here. Be a pharmacist. When I insisted some of our students they go and serve our people in our own hospital, students are afraid. Students are afraid because of their own safety. Just to compare how many people are serving in this situation. If everybody is thinking their own safety, then how we people get safety? How people get service? So that part we all have to realize as a human being. When we come to our service, we have to come forward and try to contribute to the society. That part we people are lack. That's why our profession is not recognized properly by the public peoples. That the short experience and the short nearby experience, I learned that many of our I can highlight even they likely people are interested for clinical pharmacists. People are interested to put doctor in front of their name for PharmD degree. But when we insisted to students to go and serve to the clinical side, they're not ready. Then why you people choose this kind of course? So this kind of things I can go one by one. How we our role in the society, then what are the benefits common people are getting? There are many things are there. So on this occasion, I don't want to take more time. This celebration of this Pharmacist Day mainly to insist our own people, pharmacist people, realize our responsibilities in the community as a pharmacist. As a pharmacist, main thing is the delivery of the medicines. That is the important thing. So you can play, you can even everyone, all the pharmacists, you can take some effort, whoever, even your father or mother or your relatives or place there, just try to help the prescription pattern is correct or whether they're taking medication properly. Then it will transmit to the others also. Then we can think about the global, as per our theme, the transforming global health. So first we have to concentrate on our surrounding things, then that people will realize, public will realize what is the importance of pharmacy. Now, before 10 years, what is the recognition by public? Now we are having more recognition, but that is not sufficient. That is not sufficient. Like this situation, people have to realize. So pharmacists also one of the major healthcare workers. People have to realize, but they are not realizing because of our effort. Because of our effort, that what we all have to realize, we have to contribute for betterment of these healthcare professionals. With this, once again, I wish all our fellow pharmacists a happy Pharmacist Day, and we all proud to be a pharmacist, and we all improve ourselves for contribute to the society. Thank you all. Over to the organizers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable advice for us and sharing your ideas with us. Thank you so much, sir. So now I would like to welcome Mr. Benedict Jose, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics, to deliver the pharmacist oath.
Good afternoon to all. So before going into the pharmacist oath, I request all the participants to mute your mic, mute your mobile phones and any other kind of audible devices. And please be patient and be ethical. I swear by the Code of Ethics of Pharmacy Council of India in relation to the community and shall act as an integral part of healthcare team. I shall uphold the laws and standards governing by my profession. I shall strive to perfect and enlarge my knowledge to contribute to the advancement of pharmacy and public health. I shall follow the system which I consider best for pharmaceutical care and counseling of patients. I shall endeavor to discover and manufacture drugs of quality to alleviate sufferings of humanity. I shall hold in confidence the knowledge gained about the patients in connection with my professional practice and never divulge unless compelled to do so by the law. I shall associate with organizations having their objectives for the betterment of the profession of pharmacy and make contribution to carry out the work of those organizations. While I continue to keep this oath unviolated, may it be granted to me to enjoy life and the practice of pharmacy respected by all at all times. Should I trespass and violate this oath, may the reverse be my lot. Thank you and happy World Pharmacist Day.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for making us so proud and privileged by delivering the pharmacist oath. Thank you, sir. So next, we can have the discussion session about the theme, the transforming global health. So students and teachers are requested to put over their queries about the theme, if anyone interested.
Diana, this is Sheba here.
Yeah, proceed with the question, Sheba.
Yeah, okay. From the updating knowledge, okay. Do you like to quote a few advancing innovations in healthcare profession for the transformation health in global wise?
Any staffs or students who are willing to answer the question can kindly unmute your device. Shiva, can you repeat your question once again?
Yeah. From your updating any staff, updating knowledge, do you like to quote a few advancing innovation in healthcare profession for the transformation of global health?
Yeah, okay, thank you. So, any students or staffs?
Yeah, this is Sendil Kumar.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Definitely, there must be a knowledge with us. Only there is a global education or a transformation has to be there. Without knowledge about the discovery, we can't able to excel further. Okay, and everybody their own interest, even curriculum, we don't have drug discovery and all. But as a self-interest, you have to take everything. So then only we should equip ourselves. When you want to cut a tree, you should have all the equipments with you. Sharp knife has to be there. Like that, in knife, we have to sharpen it. Without, even if you have a knife, we need to cut the tree. It is not possible. So this is a very fast world. Okay, so when you want to equip yourself, so and if you are not gathering the knowledge, updated knowledge among this our healthcare profession, there is updated knowledge has to be there. Recently I have discussed with Somasundaram, who is there inside the COVID-19, or he is working as a voluntarily, he is working there, and he told about remdesivir. Remdesivir we should not give for the renal failure patients as well as the uh, hepatic failure patients. Then only they will realize. Doctor, they were used to realize that. So after that only they will take all the kidney biomarker like creatinine level, all those things they will check. Then only they will give a remedisivir. So like this, we should have a practical approaches. So applied pharmacy is required. So everything is there in the theory part. So we need to apply in a you have to go as our principals are said, no one is interested to go and work as a clinical pharmacist, but they need opportunities, or they are looking for the I want to become a clinical pharmacist. Without going to that particular segment, how we can get knowledge on that? So this is according to me. I am sharing this idea, and happy Pharmacist Day to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, any other students, if you have any queries, please put forward.
Good morning, everyone. I myself, Pungodai. I have a question regarding this topic. So, can I ask?
Yeah, sure. You can proceed with the question.
Okay. So, my question is, how does these healthcare transformation approaches can be related or associated with the social determinants of health, like patients' education, economy, and environment, and stuff like that?
Yeah. Any students or teachers would like to interact? Okay, can you repeat your question once again so that they can make sure?
Okay, my question is that how the approaches that are derived from this healthcare transformation steps that can be related or associated with the social determinants of health. We call it as like patient's education or patient's economy, environment, and the factors that are individualized to the patient's locality, like that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So, staffs or students, I would like to interact. Kindly unmute your device.
Hello, Diana, I am.
Yeah, sir, you're audible, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's a very nice question, sir. So the approaches how to improve the patient's economy and environment and education. So we are the pharmacist. We can approach the patient. We can improve the knowledge of the patient by means of conducting the health camp. So every month we can go to the community. So we are not sitting inside the education campus or hospital campus. We can go to a community and we can educate the patient by means of conducting health camp, and we can distribute the leaflets, drug information leaflets or medication information leaflets. By means of distributing the leaflets or by means of conducting some drama, we can improve the awareness, creating the awareness among the patient. By means of distributing the leaflets and conducting some video or displaying some video film, we can create the awareness. By means of these activities, we can improve the patient education. Okay. The second one is economy. How to reduce the economy or economic burden of the patient. So we are the clinical pharmacist. We can have power to reduce the dose or increasing the dose by means of pharmacist intervention. So what is intervention? Any step we can take to improve the patient care, that is called intervention. So by means of pharmacist intervention, we can change the prescription, we can change the drug, we can reduce the dose or increasing the dose with consultation, with discussion with the physician. So concerned physician. Okay. So during the ward rounds, we can conduct the pharmacist intervention with the doctors, and we can reduce the dose, or we can change the dose, or we can go for the combination drug. So nowadays, so many combination drugs are available. For example, ampicillin with the cloxacillin. Instead of prescribing ampicillin, cloxacillin separately, we can prescribe the ampiclox. That is called combination therapy or fixed dose combination. So like that, we can reduce the economic burden of the patient. Okay. The third one is environment. You are asking about how to change the environment. So by means of environment, the pharmacist should update the knowledge on pharmacodynamics and pharmacokinetic aspects, and also the pharmacist should improve the knowledge, clinical knowledge and practical knowledge during the ward rounds. And also the pharmacist should update the knowledge on handling the softwares, clinical softwares. So by means of this updating knowledge, we can apply the knowledge in the practical setup, hospital setup. So by means of this updated approach, clinical practice, we can change the current scenario and we can improve the better patient care. So these are the practical approaches. The clinical pharmacist should take necessary practical approaches to change the environment. So the clinical pharmacist can change the clinical setup, we can change the environment, and also we can improve the patient education, and we can also improve the patient knowledge. Okay. So these are my answer for these questions. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your ideas. Thank you so much, sir. So, any faculties, if you have any questions or queries, you can put forward. Or students who are interested to put forward queries, or you can also ask your questions. Anyone is interested to ask your questions? Okay.
Getting a reduce disturb participants.
Yeah, sir. So I'll put a question to any staffs. If anyone is interested, kindly give me a answer. So my question is, being a pharmacist, what would you like to share any valuable ideas in transforming this global health on basis of this theme? As being a pharmacist, what will be your valuable ideas?
Can I say, Diana?
Yeah, sir.
Almost whatever we are research, there is a product-based research. Once we are going to be practice, it will be good for our transforming the global health. So this is the simple word I am going to say. So whatever we are going to be do the research, it should be always focus on the society. There is a product-based research, basic research we want to perform it. So then only, even from academic, we have to start. Then we have to slowly, we have to collaborate with some other person who is there in the industry, or who is going to be invest something. Okay, invest on you. You have ideas, but there is many people are there. I came to know that there is a US. There is a forum will be there. There is an investor will be there. There is idea man or woman will be there. If we are going to be say the ideas from our side, those who are interested like that, I came to know that there is a Schrodinger software is there, because now there is I'm practicing with that Schrodinger. I came to know that from the history I have studied, first Bill Gates only have invested to do the research on that. So like that, there is a, if you have ideas on whatever you have ideas, but we are not provoking the ideas now. Everybody should take care of this. Then only we can able to transform our knowledge or global health. Thank you, Diana. Thank you for organizing committee for providing this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you, staffs and students, for interacting with this. That was, yeah, sir.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sir.
So may I want to add up some more points to your question, Diana?
Yeah, sure, sir.
So if you are talking about global health, first of all, the health is started from an individual, okay, personal health. So for that, you want to first educate the community. Well, as a PharmD students or a PharmD community, you have to first you have to educate a community, starting with an individual, starting from you. So this community, when you are educating it, it will spread to the nearby. So that means you are creating awareness. As Sivashakti sir told, so many ways of communicating with the public. So you can choose any one of the way and put it in a statistical analytical techniques. You find out the better domicile data, and based on the data, you can go mass or say a large population, so that you can implement the health to globally. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Diana, Benedict sir highlighted. Is pointed out rightly now.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, Benedict sir pointed out now. Rightly. So you have to. It's individual things.
Yeah, sir. Yes. So
in this situation, whether you all are transforming your surrounding people health,
yes, sir.
forget about global health.
Yes, sir.
Whether we are creating any awareness, how you have to lead your day-to-day life on this pandemic situation.
Yes, sir.
Who are all in this platform? Almost 69 people are there. See that whether you are educating any one or two people on this pandemic situation, either illiterate people or a person who is not really aware about this situation. So you have to educate those kind of people. Also, being a pharmacist, we have to educate more people how to lead their day-to-day life on this kind of situations.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So thank you, everybody, staffs and students, for interacting with this. Thank you so much, sirs, for sharing your ideas and thoughts. So let's move on to the next session. So as everybody knows that in the morning session, we have conducted competitions on essay, elocution, and presentations. So now the prize winners for these presentations and these competitions will be announced. So I would like to make sure that the coordinators are ready with the certificate for giving out the results. Shweta ma'am, are you there? Like to call Shweta ma'am? Yeah, okay ma'am. Can you announce the participants or winners for the elocution competition, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. And first, I wish a happy World Pharmacist Day for everyone. I'm glad to announce the results of the elocutions. I expected more participants. The second prize goes to lot number 4, Sheba Dolly, first B form. Okay, and the first prize goes to lot number 1, Reshmi S, 5th form D. Okay, for congratulations for the winners as well as all the participants. So expecting more participants in next time. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So for the presentation competition, I would like to welcome Ramkant sir to give over the name list of the winners.
Good afternoon, all.
Yeah,
And
good afternoon,
today
sir.
morning, we have a PowerPoint presentation, and all the presenters made their content as well as delivering in a nice manner. The session was being judged by Dr. C. Sandal Kumar, Professor and Head Department of Pharmacology, and Dr. R. Shivashakti, Professor and Head Department of Pharmacy Practice. And based on their evaluation, the second prize goes to Mr. Manikandan of first B Pharmacy, and the first prize goes to Vinoda of final year B Pharmacy. Congrats to the winners and the participants. And we need, as Shweta Madam said, we need the students' participations in a better manner, better numbers in the upcoming events. Thank you. World Pharmacist Day.
Thank you,
Happy
sir.
World Pharmacist Day to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So now I would like to call upon Swarna Kumari ma'am to give away the winners list for essay competition.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all. Happy World Pharmacist Day to all. I'm glad to announce the result. In essay writing competition, 17 students have participated from all that B Pharm as well as the PharmD. Third place goes to lot number 5, Shilpa A of second B Pharm, and second prize goes to lot number 9, Janani B of second B Pharm, and first prize goes to lot number 10, Kalaivani S of third B Pharm. And I congratulate all the participants who have participated in the essay writing competition. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So next, I would like to call Karpagali ma'am to share her views about Pharmacist Day, her ideas about. Ma'am?
Hello.
Yeah, good
Then
afternoon.
is it
Ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Good afternoon to all, and very respectable. Good afternoon to respectable principal sir, and fellow colleagues and dear students, and happy Pharmacist Day to one and all. And here and on the theme, let me like to share some of my views. And this year Pharmacist Day celebration theme, it is given as transformations of the global health. And since only it's a very to all our opinion and things, we should be knowing that we are realizing that this is a very apt title they should have chosen it. Why? Because transformation is something like producing or registering a remarkable change in the health systems. Whatever the existing health systems, they don't let us not take it as all the negativity and etc., but how the existing systems could be made into a newer things with the more impactful and emphasizable way. That is only transformation. It has been given remarkable change to be undertaken in order to convert the existing one to a new one. So related to that theme, I will let me like to share some of the things. The global healthcare system is fundamentally changing. In which way? In the sense, advances in technology and new entrants from the industry sides also, and consumer expectations. These are all driving a global shift in the healthcare landscapes. Okay, and then comparing to this, chronic diseases, pandemic crisis situations, social determinants, and so many resource limitations, they are keep on continually adding the pressure on the health systems. And therefore, these powerful forces are pushing the traditional ones, older ones, for much more care and developing scales to be input. And nowadays, the healthcare companies are facing a lot of challenges, pressures in preferring the choices, like transforming to the part of the future, how it could be. For example, here, they don't want to look for a very new, novel moiety from the existing drugs, medicines, systems, behaviors, in all aspects, personal, organizational, or healthcare wise or professional wise, industrial wise, in which role the way may be, in all sides, how to transform the already old ones risk into a better part of the future. And for that, the healthcare leaders they can be taking some necessary bold steps in focusing, adopting a consumer centric focus, and also to prevent instead of the disease treatment, instead of approaching the healthcare systems how to treat a disease, why don't the healthcare industries leaders, they look for how to prevent the disease before it comes, what might be, looking into the existing situations and causes and symptoms, what it might lead to the new novel not understandable diseases. So predicting instead of treating, why don't they focus in prediction of the forthcoming diseases or illness or abnormal situations that might exist in the society. So in that way they can make their steps putting forward. And also embracing the digital and technology enablers. Why? Because these nowadays, for especially this corona situations, and instead of going back to the literatures and old things, very fast this digital world only had helped us a lot in communicating. So from one side, if one doctor or clinician has understood that hydroxychloroquine is able to treat some of the preliminary symptoms of corona, why don't it be taken by the some far off place world clinicians? So through this fast communication, technological based communication only, most of the corona patients had been get rid of from their pandemic situations. So this digital technology enablers can play a very major role in transforming the global health. And also converting, we cannot leave the traditional values also as like nothing, because in our, especially in India, we Indians had made ourselves more safer. Like that means just because of our old traditional valued herbal remedies things only. So trying to have both ideas, knowledges from these technology, both the technologies as well as from the old traditional things. And also some of the things like some specific steps or designs in a way of thinking about influence and change. Like some of the, in one of the question it has been asked, like how to shift the organizational behavior into a more productive competitive directions. This why it has to be taken forward in the sense in order to improve the population health. So to improve the population health, in which way it could be done in the sense health policy, healthcare, health system, all now positioned to place greater emphasis on better care, smarter spending and healthier people. So for what we are spending for the treatment or medicines or whatever it is, in all the ways, everything, health policies also to be framed in such a way, healthcare systems, health professionals, everybody to be focusing not only for better care, for better cure, also in smarter spending. Why? Because in deciding the smarter spending, only more and more populations are getting benefited. And also a system from one focused on treating illness to one that promotes prevention. Illness treat பண்றதை விட how to prevent it and do a healthy living. This can be taken as one of the steps for transforming global health. And third one, Affordable Care Act. There is an act in prevalently globally, there is an act called as Affordable Care Act. So this can be in order to make the each and every individuals, like even the non-affordable people, class people also could be taking the help or taking the benefits of the new novel drugs entities. And also other for example study centers also, instead of instead of after the disease had come into the society, instead of talking about that, why in the study centers itself, from schools onwards, from colleges onwards, as Sivashakti sir was telling and as Benedict sir was telling, why don't it be inculcated among the educationists, from the professional students itself, about the healthcare system transformations. So from study centers it could be encouraged, not only at the pandemic crisis situation alone, even in without that situation also. If everything going in normal also, one have to be giving importance for taking care of every aspect. And next one, can focus in obtaining a series of fact sheets, because practice people, not only the practice department people, globally practitioners, they are obtaining a series of fact sheets in the sense in which where which locations, what patients, which symptoms, abnormal conditions, what they are facing, let it be registered by studying that, what you call it in the technical word as case report. So by doing that, issue briefs and other resources for health system transformation. Let we give more importance for documentations, more importance for refreshing ourselves, refreshing the educationist about the case reports, about what had happened in and around us. By that, one can make themselves educated about which should be prevented. like that. So, and before concluding my speech, I just wanted to recall all the questions. 5 questions we had forwarded to you for this theme discussion. The first question, it was all about to discuss about the advancing innovations in healthcare professions. See, so in that, I would like to point one example, one or two example in that is like in silico technique. With the usage of in silico techniques only nowadays, this a very good what shall I say, very good this or positive things. It gives us a optimism that by doing the technology based advanced innovations only, we are capable enough to face this unbearable situations. And second, also idea sharing from one place to another. This we had followed it. Why don't you follow it? By following this, so idea sharings. And also there's so many, and in olden days only the medicines etc, but nowadays using technologies, engineering, IT, instruments, so many medical instruments had come forward, and using such medical instruments so many curageous treatment is being keep on done. So in transformation of global health, not only the innovations, and in rectifying those innovations from their side effects also, by making use of so many medical instruments nowadays, though not it is registered as a literature, but so many side effects or had been come across, faced. So those can also be reported how it could be prevented. So these are all the views which we would like to include in the question. Advancing innovations in transforming. Transforming is nothing but registering for a true change. Okay, transforming global health. Second question, it was all about how do you like to relate transform health in addressing social determinants of health or health policy or health system. This what true case reports. இப்போ ஒரு புது ட்ரக் நம்ம கொண்டு வரோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா, அந்த புது ட்ரக் இதுக்கு ட்ரீட் பண்ணணும்னு மட்டும் சொல்லாம, அந்த ட்ரக்கை எடுக்கும்போது இந்த இடத்துல இந்த பேஷண்ட்டுக்கு இந்த பிரச்சனை வந்துச்சு, இந்த பிரச்சனையை இந்த டாக்டர் இந்த மாதிரி ட்ரீட் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ எல்லா விஷயத்தையும் கேஸ் ரிப்போர்ட் நம்ம ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணி அதை வந்து ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணி விட்டோம்னா that could be avoided in further. That's what in social determinants of health. Third questions it was like about, and she must to include one word in that. Third question is, being a pharmacist, like to share any of your valuable ideas or suggestion in transforming one's own or one's family's health and life. ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் பெனடிக் சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம ஓவராலா பேசாம பாப்புலேஷனா பேசாம குளோபலா பேசணும்னா அது பெரிய விஷயமா தெரியும். ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் தனிப்பட்ட முறையிலயோ இந்த குடும்பத்திலயோ இந்த ஹெல்த்துக்கு நான் கேரண்டி, இந்த ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி நான் எடுத்துக்கிறேன், இந்த ப்ரிவென்ஷன் நான் வந்து அண்டர்டேக் பண்றேன். ஸோ ஹவு டு யூ your valuable suggestion in transforming one's own or family's health and life. ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது after a year or after a decade, definitely a guaranteed society it would be. That should be the that can be a goal for transformation of global health. Fourth question, what it was is how to shift individual or organizational or healthcare systems behavior a more productive and competitive progress in global health transform. Question thirdly, individual எப்படி நீ improve பண்ணுவ, எப்படி responsible இருப்ப. Question 4 வந்து global mighty leaders என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க. Because being a common public, we cannot make everything a big things happening practically, but mighty leaders can make a simple things happening. Appa question 4 is all about question 3 only, but it could be handled only by mighty leaders. That's what it is given in the form of organizations and globally. Question 5th is, in this adorable Pharmacist Day, any message to convert, any message for the world to adopt a new normal life from this corona pandemic. இதுல இருந்து இப்ப நீங்க நிறைய கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க, மீடியாஸ் பார்த்திருக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா உங்களுடைய நியர்பைல பார்த்திருக்கலாம், இல்லை உங்களுடைய இன்டெலெக்சுவல் பேசிஸ்ல அப்சர்வ் பண்ணிருக்கலாம். ஸோ இதை நான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணனா இந்த கொரோனா சுச்சுவேஷன்ல இருந்து ஐ கேன் கோ ஃபார் எ நியூ நார்மல் லைஃப். ஸோ அது கிரவுண்ட் சஜஷனா எதிர்பார்த்திருந்தோம். ஓகே, ஸோ தேங்க்ஸ் டு தி ஆர்கனைசேஷன் ஃபார் கிவிங் மீ திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. அண்ட் ஃபைனலி ஐ வுட் லைக் டு டெல் மீ தி லாஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட். In spite of the enough health improving wealth, we are having enough health improving wealth in the form of herbal remedies இருக்கு. நம்ம இந்தியா வந்து பேர் போனது herbal remediesக்கு. In silico information, so much of the thing information is available, and intellectual richness in medical side. Many service minded healthcare professionals இருக்காங்க, innovating scientists இருக்காங்க. In spite of this, so many enough wealth improving health exists. Still, we are in a situation of one such pandemic crisis without a medical remedy. Reason may be ethics. If ethics we follow it, definitely anything can be achieved in every time. Thank you. Happy Pharmacist Day to all. Thank you, organizer. Thank you, principal sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your valuable ideas and views. And also, thank you for briefing out the questions, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, let's move to the next. Now, I would like to call upon Lekha Thomas of 3rd Farm D and Shiba Salami of 4th Farm D to present their presentations about the theme. So, Shiba and Lekha Thomas, are you available?
Yes, we are.
Yes, Dana.
Yeah, yeah. So, Deepak Anna, can you please present the slides?
Okay, a very good afternoon to everyone. Though separated physically in spite of this pandemic, today we have gathered for a special cause.
Yes, it's September 25, World Pharmacist Day.
My teammate and I am so happy to celebrate the occasion, and we would like to thank our principal and organizers for creating a platform to celebrate. We both wish you all a happy Pharmacist Day.
Ever since mankind evolved, health is always the primary concern, and from then, the evolution of global health occurred. The term global health describes the area of study, research, and practice prioritizing in improving health and achieving equal health worldwide.
But is there a difference between global health and international health?
Well, yes. The main difference is that the global one has a much larger scope which includes the whole world, like all encompassing and worldwide, while international one has a smaller scope encompassing only two or more countries like foreign or multinational.
Next slide, please, Anna. Next slide. So, moving on to the evolution of pharmacy field in global health, let us start by looking into the evolution of pharmacy field. The global evolution of pharmacy can be categorized into four eras.
Yeah, the four categories are the pre-World War II era, the post-World War II era, late 1960s to 1970s, 1980s, and beyond.
It is considered that it was under AD 1240 the Roman Emperor Frederick II legally issued verdict recognizing pharmacy as a profession. Later, several transformations occurred like the first reported clinical trial for treatment of scurvy in 1747, the first hospital pharmacy in 1751, the first vaccine, the British Pharmacopoeia, and the establishment of World Health Organization, telemedicine, artificial intelligence, etc. Next slide, please.
The limited time is not sufficient to glorify the tremendous changes the global health underwent. Today, let us focus on few main fields where we pharmacists can make impact according to the current global scenario.
Moving on to the next slide, it's vaccination. Immunization saves millions of lives every year and is widely recognized as one of the world's most successful and cost effective health interventions. Next slide, please, Emma.
According to the 2019 statistics, an estimated of 19.7 million children under the age of 1 year did not receive basic vaccines.
In the field of immunization, the pharmacist can play a major role in history taking, screening of patient counseling, documentation, formulary management, and creating public awareness. So I guess pharmacists are the new ray of hope in administering immunization by giving counseling. Next slide, please.
The next topic to be discussed is rational use of medicine. Rational use of medicine requires that the patient receive medication appropriate to their clinical needs in doses that meet their own individual requirements for an adequate period of time and at the lowest cost to them and their community.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, few of the reasons disrupting the rational use of medicine is polypharmacy, self-medication, unethical branding, cost of medication, unrestricted availability of OTC drugs, and lack of medication adherence.
Globally, do you think we can bring a change to this trend, Lekha?
Yes, of course, because every big deed starts with a small one. Several changes are at the primary healthcare setting, like maintaining optimal treatment regimen, promoting rational prescribing practice, ADR monitoring, improving patient compliance, etc., from the root level can bring out the required cause.
Next slide, please. Next, we are moving on to the artificial intelligence topic. Looking into the pharma trends from 2010 to 2019, the declining of R&D productivity is a fact.
Well, this is because of the pharmaceutical industry has accumulated capital but remains conservative, bureaucratic, and risk averse in their treatment strategy.
Artificial intelligence have proved its worth in one of the areas and complex sectors of the pharma industry, that is the drug discovery. Not only in drug discovery, but it is useful in addressing shortages and recalling the drug when the supply chain management gets disrupted.
Artificial intelligence helps by saving time, automating the process, large data analysis, and helping the pharmacist to ensure high quality treatment to the patient.
Next slide, please. Next, we are moving on to role of pharmacists in supply chain management. By supply chain management, the pharmacist can coordinate with companies to avoid shortages of the essential medicines.
Yeah, this is crucial in this pandemic scenario. The pharmacist can engage the World Health Organizations towards ACES 2030 framework to form and evolve national essential medication list in accordance to community needs and guidelines recommendations.
The Pharma Hub services will allow manufacturers to maintain connection with patients during all phases of the prescription delivery process.
Now let us
Next
discuss
slide.
about the 2020 trends in the pharmaceutical field.
Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, moving on to the COVID-19 topic, pharmacists play a unique role in optimizing the patient care during this pandemic COVID-19.
During this pandemic, pharmacists play a vital role in facilitating the investigational drug study in health systems, collaborating and coordinating with the physician in receiving, preparing, and delivering the drug, providing accurate data about safe drug delivery, drug-drug interactions, and adverse effects, and educating the patients and public on effective strategies to prevent the COVID-19.
Next slide, please. Next is the opioid crisis, which is a current scenario. Opioid crisis is a huge matter of concern today. Overdose of prescription opioids estimates more than 46 deaths every day in USA.
Pharmacists can counsel the patients with opioid risks and safety, providing sources for the opioid misuse and addiction treatment, psychotherapy, and counseling for the opioid abuse.
Next slide, please. Next is about robotic process automation. Artificial intelligence can be incorporated into robotics that has today led to the development of robotic process automation to perform daily tasks with higher accuracy and speed.
Pharmacists can harness the technology to reduce human errors and to meet patient expectation using this automation process.
Mobile apps and telemedicines are today's advancement that encourages to connect healthcare workers and patients to connect regardless where they are located. This is indeed a boon to all the healthcare sector today in this current situation of pandemic. Next slide, please.
Wishing you all once again a happy Pharmacist Day, and we would like to take a moment to salute all the warriors fighting this pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, girls, for a classic presentation. You nailed it so beautifully. Thank you so much. So, staffs and students, if you have anything to share about this presentation, you can proceed. Okay, then now we can move on to the next session. So, this is the end of the session, and the best beautiful thing in the world can't be seen or untouched. They must be felt by the heart, and thank you is such one among that. So, I would like to call Namita Shanu of 4th B Form to deliver our vote of thanks.
Yes, Diana, am I audible?
Yeah, Shanu, you're audible.
Good afternoon, all. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. On behalf of Student Council, I first and foremostly thank our Honorable Principal Dr. S. Mohan for his words of encouragement and information. My heartfelt thanks to the heads of various departments and teaching and non-teaching staffs for their valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement. Last but not least, I thank my friends, juniors, and seniors for your cooperation for making this event a success. I end this up with wishing you all a happy World Pharmacist Day. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shanu. So, sir.
Yes, Diana.
Yeah, sir. The session got over.
Thank you,
Yeah.
organizers.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So thank you, students. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the event and making it as another success. Thank you so much. So can we end the session, sir?
Thank you, organizers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.